Hello everyone, and welcome back to Survival Roleplay. And yep, we're in October still, and we are harvesting this time around. We got really lucky last time around of getting this second hand. We got the Class Maxi 108, that came second hand. And obviously we bought the header and header trailer new, so I think what we're going to do first of all, before we do any harvesting work, is actually go and repair the combine. It's what, 25% worn, I'll say. So hopefully it shouldn't be too expensive to repair, but we'll have a look. Yeah, so this time around we're going to harvest our soybeans. And I think tomorrow we can harvest our wheat. Ooh, can we actually get through this without destroying the crop? I wonder. Oh, no. Oof. Come on. There we go. Bit butt squeaky there. I think we just about managed it. But yeah, that bit there, I think what we'll do, we won't go as crazy with how much we're sort of working with. So yeah. Driving over the grass that I can live with. Okay, so your definitely needs a big tidy up. So yeah, we'll go ahead and repair this. Out of here, into the shed. We'll go and repair this. 481. That I can live with very much. And also the only reason why I bought the header trailers, actually don't need it. Like, the road whips aren't they're massive, so we don't need it, but it's for its storage to compact it even more, to have a nicer, neater storage. Might as well have it. So if we have a little look, and we go to here, so we're ready to harvest. Oh, we're ready to mow as well. So we can do another load of silage. So that's going to be a bit of a task to do. Obviously we don't have any workers available at the moment. Basically, as the town hasn't grown, I think apparently we're supposed to have some new people coming over the winter period, but I'm going to hold my breath on that because you just never know. People say they're interested, but until they actually turn up and we actually see some construction equipment around, then perhaps I'll be a bit more optimistic, but until then, we'll just continue on chugging away on our own. So we're going to do our first harvest. There we go. Make sure we get all the soybeans. And at 6 miles an hour, it ain't too bad. Head width. For what we need, actually, it's not too big, it's not too small, it's around about just right. Of course, if we could have gone with it, we could have gone with a bigger header, but it is what it is. Raise you and you back down. And hopefully we should get quite a bit of money from soybeans. Best time to sell them is around June, July time, so I'm not going to sell it quite yet. We're at 61 grand, so we don't need the money at the moment. However, with the amount of money we've got, we could reconsider about getting an upgrade soon. Either different equipment or a new field. So we're a bit torn where we should go, because there is something that I could do with. It's a forage harvester header. It's not any of these like big crazy ones where we need, yeah, all of these. These are way too expensive for us. But it's actually the John Deere 3765, only 29 grand, and we use that as a forage harvester. So we use that to make some maize silage in that, with the corn in that. So of course that means having to lease a planter, which it's actually worth it to lease a planter. See what we've got here. Something like, yeah, 6 meters, which we could do with 9 meters, 180. How much is that to lease? 4.5 grand. Ouch. Or we may just stick with smaller options and just simply bite the bullet and just take a lot of work to do. That is a very good option for us, but I think to see where we stand for now, I think just with our planting our next crop, I think something like another grain, something like sorghum or oats perhaps. And it depends on how much we get from the soybeans here. We may do soybeans again, like on a little plot of land. That's why we sort of diversified the field layout around our plot here so much. We can have like 4 or 5 different crops if we wanted to. As we also want to is things like sugar beet that. But again, like sugar beet technology is just so expensive. So if we go down to here, you have like sugar beet harvesters, and we don't even have a powerful tractor for it. We have to do the topper separately. That's why we could get the mini sugar beet harvester, £408 to lease it. That's why I don't know. Even so, something like here, like this little section here, we could do sugar beets, but that's why I do want to extend this field around so it all merges up after we've done harvest. Also, we didn't do anything to plough that because obviously I don't want to destroy any existing crop, but yeah, this harvest should not take too long because it's only just this little bit here. So I think what we could do after is just go ahead, start the mowing, and if we could try and get it all collected up today and then process it so it's ready to pretty much be silage tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, then yeah, sure, we'll go with that. There's so many options for us, and actually, how much is another plot of land? 85 grand. So yeah, that's the thing, we only need what, another 24 grand? And how much is soybeans selling for at the moment? 619 per fowl. I think that can hit like 800-900 per fowl in June and July. And we're in what, October now, so yeah, prices are pretty much trading off now until pretty much until next spring. That so I think if we may just do that, just sort of sell this in June, July, then yeah, we could go with that. And also, we're making silage in that, so perhaps could earn enough silage between now and then to get that 20 grand and then obviously pay for the field. Of course, we also have to remember of last time that we're going to have to sort of pay for the, what was it, the forage wagon that we got after that sort of silage bell disaster, which even now still I don't know what happened there. It's supposed to be taking 1 month to ferment, and it was taking 3 months to ferment, and from a business standpoint that's just not really excusable for us. We need it to be done as and when it's supposed to be done. 1 month, not 3 months, not 2 months, 1 month. So it takes 2 months for the grass to grow, it takes a month to ferment usually, so in the time we've taken to ferment in the bells in that 3 months, we'll be doing our second mow in that, and just yeah, just doesn't really make sense. But anywho, apart from that, it is all looking good. So at the moment 2500 litres, so if I had to guess how much we're going to get from this, perhaps somewhere around perhaps a full combine load, perhaps maybe a bit more for lucky. But yep, so what I'm going to do now is simply continue on with this, and I'll see you folks in a short moment. first harvest done at all on this farm, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. We got 3,189 litres here, plus another 7,500 litres or so in silo. So yeah, not too bad. I thought I was going to get about 1 combine load, perhaps close to 10 grand perhaps, so yeah, it's just a shade over 10, creeping on to 11 grand. Or 11,000 litres, sorry, and yeah, it's ain't too bad. So if we set when the price is at its highest, around about 800-900 or so per fowl, yeah, there's a couple of grand there for us. Obviously not as much money as we perhaps could have made from silage, but that's not really the point here. It can't just become a silage farm or a grass farm. We have to do other crops and that, so I didn't mind doing this, so there we go. 10,640 litres. And I think for now I will perhaps move this over out the way. Perhaps put it somewhere near the house. Or a little cabin thing, not a house, a little cabin in the woods. So you'll park it here, then we can just hop in it tomorrow, come out, have some breakfast, and get the wheat done. So yeah, now what we need to do is field prep. Our weeds are growing. So I'm thinking perhaps we could just quickly plough this so we don't get any weeds forming up. Also, I'm not sure what to do with this trailer here, because this was the bell trailer here, which we don't really need now. Let's see, how much is it? Go and try to repair it, see how much it is to sell, because yeah, we really don't need any more. Oh, a couple of things in the way. Yeah, really need to tighten this area here a bit. Yeah, just cram it away, why not? So yeah, it's 14 grand, so do we want to repair the John Deere? Yeah, I'll hold off on the John Deere for now. So yeah, we'll go and just back up a bit. Actually, what I think we'll just go and sell this trailer. I don't really see a purpose of us keeping it. And perhaps whatever money we get from this, plus the rocks we're going to be picking from when we plough these fields here, who knows, we may just hit that 85 grand mark to get a new field before the end of the year. So I think I'll push for that, and then we can just do a quick silage with some of these meadow grass here, and whatever we get, we can use that to pay off the dealership of the cost of the Pottinger forage wagon, and yeah, so it's all looking up. We've got a few different options to go down route wise, so yeah, I'm optimistic. So let's go to the shop, get it sold, and we'll head back to the farm. There we go, that is another £14,642 we've earned. So yeah, we just need another 10 grand and we can get a brand new plot of land. But I think sort of on the way back, I've sort of been thinking of like money wise. Obviously one thing we need to start paying this bank loan. Yeah, we're still at like 95,000 owned, so we need to start paying that off. And obviously the cost of the Pottinger, we need to start paying that off as well. See how much chickens we've got. Well, not how much chickens, how much eggs we've got, so well, not too bad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full packs, so that's like 7,000 litres of eggs. How much are we selling for at the moment? 7,000 litres of eggs, so not too bad. What's that? About 8,500 pounds there, so yeah, actually ain't too bad, but I think I'll still hold off till tomorrow, because we look at the rough forecast for the last 12 months. November is the best time, so if we can do that, get an extra few £100 per 1,000 litres, then makes all the difference for sure. So But yeah, I know we've got the mown to do. That could be done sort of later on today. One thing I really want to do is just get the ploughing done, get the rock picking done. And as long as we get the sides and that done by noon, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. So we'll go and get the plough hooked up. Actually, I've got an idea. How much will it cost to upgrade this? Because we could upgrade this to get a 9-meter version. I'm just going to push you out the way because you're... There we go. Oh, don't go bash into that. There we go. So yeah, have a little quick gander over here and let's see. Could go and repair this, but to get the 9-meter version, that's what, an extra $2,000. Horsepower requirement. You know what? Let's just gamble it. Also, we'll go and repair the John Deere. Seeing how we need another $14,000. But yeah, we've just welded a bit of extension on, put some more ripper tools bits on it. These little hooks here. Oops. Where's it to? There we go. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, just welded a bit of metal on and get a couple of these little ripper tools on, so let's go get us hooked up and just see if we can perform. If we can't get this to work, then we can always take the extension off and sell a bit of metal for scrap. Man, that just looks crazy, that does. Especially compared to the width of the tractor as well. Let's pull in without smashing into the fence, but yeah, not having too much of an issue pulling this. Again, it's just catching on the fence. I'm getting some nice chunky rocks up here, so yeah, looking good. But yeah, as well, I'm thinking perhaps tomorrow when we sell the eggs, we could look at getting this roadway created, perhaps chopping a couple of trees. Yeah, a couple of trees, not too much, like literally 1 or 2 trees I think we need to cut down, but yeah, see, 9 meters of ploughing and we are managing it just fine. So yeah, I think, yeah, we'll go and get this done, and then we'll go and get the mowing done as well. Yeah, so yeah, if we get this all done by noon, then I'll be absolutely chuffed to bits. And that is the rock picking. Just about, sorry, we did that little section over there. We haven't done this little field here, field 1 I think I call this. Obviously this is where more of the rocks are all clustered together. You can see here, like big old chunky rocks all collecting up here. Well, I think what I'm going to do first of all, before we do any more rock picking, is actually go ahead and yeah, get the fertilizer and lime done. So if we sort of have a look, see what actually needs lime. I know this bit here needs lime, the bit that we created, so yeah. A couple of bits here and there needs lime now, so that's not an issue for us. But actually, what do we have in here? Do we have fertilizer or do we have lime in here? Okay, we've got fertilizer, so yeah, we can live with that. There we go, just turn that on. So yeah, this should take a minute or two. We'll get this done, and then I think we'll call that a day for now. So yeah, next time what we'll be doing is simply a case of getting the grass mowed and yeah, start seeding. If we could get a crop in today in October, still sort of torn on whether or not what particular should we go down. It depends on how much rocks we get in that and how much we get from the rocks, because we will sell the rocks today. So yeah, I just want to see how much we can get potentially from this. So then obviously tomorrow when we do the wheat field, so yeah, I don't think we're going to get the new field today. And I think once we've done the wheat and that and done all the prep work for that. Oh, missed a bit there. Yeah, missing bits here and there just because of it, the unevenness of the terrain at that particular part of the field. So also before that used to be a huge pile of rocks and little rock hills like that on to our left. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about it being a bit uneven. But yeah, the ploughing did take a little bit longer than sort of planned, and I just sort of get all the nooks and crannies, but yeah, not too bad. So there we go. And then we'll quickly get this bit over here done, and yeah, we'll call it a day. Obviously, in terms of paying everything, nah, it's a case of just figuring out, because there's so many things to consider that as well. Things like reservoir ploughing. That's actually, I think, ploughing prevents the weeds from growing. So, in a way, we're saving money, because obviously, otherwise, we have to spend money on a herbicide spreader, or even go with the weeder route. That still costs you money, and bits here and there. I think it's because this used to be a grass field here, so not all of it's going to get some fertilizer applied. But yeah, so as I was saying, sort of like the cost out of like chemicals and that, even if you get from Farm Willie B, see if he gets anything cheaper than what the main shop is offering. I don't think it's going to be that much cheaper, because obviously it's all about the transport fees, because herbicide is a hazardous chemical, so obviously you've got to think about all the transport thing and storage fees and that. It's got to be stored in a certain way to obviously prevent spillage and all that. But yeah, so I'm optimistic. Actually, did we even do that bit there? That looks a lot darker than the rest. No, we didn't. There's a massive bit here we need to do. But yeah, I think what we could do simply just wherever we get, we can extract the fertilizer, put into some pallets, little big bags and that, and then the rest we can just go and get some lime and just do the little lime that we need to do on certain parts of the fields. So yeah, there we go. So we'll go and put this over here. We say put you there. Okay, there's a couple of bags there. And we'll say put some more out here. There we go. So yeah, we'll go see Farm Willie B, see what he has to offer, and yeah, see how much his lime is. If not, we'll go to the shop and see how much they're offering, because I don't recall which one was cheaper. I think it was actually the main shop was offering a far greater price than Far Willy B, but you know, so head over there and see what's what. So yeah, there we go. We just spoke to Farm Willy B, and yeah, it was about 500 or so pounds for 3,200 litres of lime, so not too bad of a price. I think we should have gone and wait for this, but anywho, yeah, see that the front wheels are going like quite line steering. But yeah, also I was sort of saying with the money now, obviously initially was to say get more equipment. Like one thing that we didn't do that we could have done was mulching fields, because obviously that gives us a yield bonus. But yeah, I think in total we won't get the extra 5% yield bonus of rolling and mulching this time around, but we still get about 95% or so yield bonus if we do all the other steps of obviously we've planted fields. They're being fertilised, they're going to be limed once we're all said and done. So yeah, so an extra 5% could help us in the future now, but for now I'd rather save the money and get a new field. Obviously if stuff come up second hand, then yeah, sure, we'll go for it. But yeah, nothing to our interest in second hand dealership at the moment, so I think it's just a simple case of we'll just get what we need done, and yeah, we'll call it a day, I think. So yeah, a couple of bits of the grass fields needs the lime in that. So if we go and get the line back up, obviously it's the new field extension over here needs doing, this over here needs doing. Well, actually all of this needs doing, so we'll go ahead and do that. Obviously with the grass snap, we can always do that after we've... Ooh, let's go and put a weight on this actually, because we're losing a lot of steering there. But yeah, with the grass snap, once that's been mowed and that, we can put a little application of the lime on. I like dusting off the lime just on the bits that we haven't done previously. And also when we did the initial field creation and field expansion over here to our left, we didn't actually lime every single part, so there was a bit there that was always missed in that, and that's like an extra 15% bonus in yieldage we could get. So obviously once it's all said and done, will it matter a lot? Perhaps a couple of extra 500 or so pounds, but again, in the market, in the climate we're in at the moment, £500 can pretty much literally make or break us. Because we're not making thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands a go. Yeah, we're making about 1,000 or so a time, but that's why we need to sort of be a bit smart about it. It's like how we go and play it and that. So there we go. That's better. Okay, a couple of bits we've missing out. Obviously because we didn't have the full expansion on. So literally it's just over here now. Actually, could we be cheeky and put some lime on now on top of the grass? Let's go see that. Will it actually let us? Okay, bits over here it needs doing. Oh Christ, we've used a lot of the lime already, so we need to be a bit smart how we play this. Yeah, just notice how much we've got left in the tank. So there we go. That should be all that sorted. We have a look here. Yep, that's all the liming done pretty much. Yes, there's going to be a couple of strips here and there, but overall I'm not too fussed on that in particular. So is the lime gone on this? No, so yeah. Did try to be a bit cheeky, but yeah, once it's mowed and I think we should be able to Yeah, I think we should be able to put the lime application on top of that. But yeah, so I think we'll call it a day. So yeah, as I said before, next time literally mowing and seeding. I'll think about what crops we want to grow now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.